Greetings, esteemed guests, and welcome to a match that all of you have been waiting for. The number 2 seed, Wulfy 83, against seed 47, Andy, in what is sure to be an explosive matchup here on Zelda Speedruns. Good evening, this is Wolfman2000, and I am joined tonight by HXC Jetters. How are you today?
I am doing great, Wolfman, and this is going to be one quite exciting match. So I am excited to see what's going to happen between these two runners.
Indeed. As far as the records go, this is winner's bracket round 4. Both had a bye on the first round. Andy took out Walther the Fourth and Ray Jepsen. Wolfie took out Freddy and Dante. I am sure I butchered that, but we're just going to make the best of that, as I know our racers want to get going. So is there anything in particular you are hoping for this seed today, Jetters?
Honestly, I'm not too familiar on Wolfie's strengths. I know Andy's execution is really good. So a straightforward seed might be interesting.
So, what Crossworld means here is we can basically go through all these entrances. They take us to different spots. Some of them may be connector caves, and those connector caves could take us to the Dark World instead. You know, simple stuff like that.
And Wolf finding out the bush crabs have bomb drops and finding Eastern right away. So looks like he's gonna take a dip in and see what he can scrounge out of there.
Okay, I will quickly refresh since I am apparently behind. Ooh, that was Mad Batter by Uncle's Hole, if I saw correctly, right?
All right, I did miss that.
Well, don't worry too much about it. Cross
But-
keys does take 2 to work effectively.
Yep. But yeah, the Sanctuary being on the Lost Woods dropdown, so very accessible. No glove or hammer required to get to the back of Escape.
And there is our second small key that we found. So as you may have noticed, we are finding small keys throughout the world. Eastern Palace does not have a small key in chests. This is where the Keysanity part comes in. But I will say this, finding 300 rupees at the start when that's normally 100 rupees, well, that should make the eventual Kakariko shopping trip that much more pleasant.
Yeah, some of the things you look for early on in a cross key seed is bombs, which they have plenty of, and plenty of money, and at least 600 to 700 will cover any costs that you might have.
Also,
at least in terms of entrance, and like bottle vendor and Kiki and all that stuff.
Speaking of entrances, we have confirmation. The Village of Outcasts has our bomb shop, but it's hammerlocked. So hopefully we don't need that entrance on the Pyramid of Power. Oh, that death choked me up a little bit there.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate death, and Wolf is gonna say, "I'm done here. Not surprised. Just leaving behind one chest. There's plenty that we can do, and we may be back at Eastern later on."
But first, let's see what is inside the lumberjack hole. Okay, never mind. It's the pointless fairy. We do not care.
But that does mean that there could be something interesting on the Ganon hole.
That is true. In the meantime, we found a Sahasrara's town home, which takes us right to the village of outcasts. Alert! Alert! Intruder detected! And in this case, we're not going to worry too much about that extra key.
And Wolf finding the Cave 45, nothing but 10 arrows in there. That was at the vanilla chess game entrance.
Now, since we do have, easy access to Sanctuary, we have easy access to the back of Escape. So let's see what these 3 items are. Ooh.
Glove is very nice early on. It cleans up some routing choices that you might have to make. Lifting some rocks. They have some entrances underneath them, such as nearby Ice Rod Cave and the Desert 50.
Yeah, I like finding the Power Glove kind of early, but at the same time, this early it doesn't really give us much. And here, Wolf is just going into the Mad Batter and then immediately leaving said batter. Now, did we already find where Ganon is located? Because I had missed that.
We have not.
Okay, then I had misread chat.
And there's the library in the front of the castle, so nothing on there. We won't be back.
Alright, we have a divergence right now. Looks like Andy wants to check out the town, while Wolf is visiting Light World Hype Cave, as I call it. Ooh, good choice.
And it looks like Andy is going to go ahead and make use of those power gloves here. Going to check out the vanilla Death Mountain Ascent Cave entrance, and it's just a ferry.
Yeah, not really the best spot for healing when, you spawn very close to there with Sanctuary. And, ooh, Wolf is setting up a fake flipper to visit the potion shop, I think.
And we've got Uncle hanging out in the chapel today. Let's see what we got in here. Ooh, a nice change of clothes.
Certainly nothing wrong with blue.
And Wolf finding the restock room at the witch's hut, so nothing too much there.
We are running a little low on holes to visit here, so Andy may end up going through the door on this one.
And they're going to give each other a high five as they enter the door at the same time.
Oh!
That's a rod.
I couldn't tell which one. But both are going for it. Look at this sink right now.
And that's the fire rod. That's a nice find early on. You never know when you're going to need a fire source.
Agreed on that.
And as far as fire sources go, I personally find that fire rod is the best one.
Well, the fire rod does allow you to light torches from a distance, I'll give you that. But at the same time, the lamp uses, I want to say, a quarter of the magic each time. I don't know, small things to think about.
Yep. And Andy retracing Wolf's step, and Wolf's step are retracing Andy's steps. So now looks like Andy is going to finally commit to Kakariko, and Wolf may go up to that Death Mountain Ascent Cave entrance.
Hey, we're actually going to see the archery game played.
Are we going to get a 99?
No. Andy trying to go for fast strategies on this. Gets it.
Yep, and Andy's sitting at 526 rupees. Pretty much not going to worry too much about funds. Oh, there's the hammer.
Well, there's our access to the bomb shop. Once we get the Moon Pro, that's the only thing we're missing here. And
So far, go ahead.
Yeah, we did see Spike Cave, but we don't have enough stuff for that yet. And well, that looks vanilla.
That is a nice place to have that Kakariko well. It's always a bad time when it's locked behind the GT climb.
I have to agree there, but we are running out of holes here. We are down to Lost Woods Hole and Ganon, if I've counted correctly. Also, okay, I don't think our runners are going to need to worry too much about health this seed.
Ooh, very nice find. This is something you always want to see early. Paradox Cave. Bounty of 7 items. Let's see what we got.
And not just that, but we also have 2 other entrances we can take. So far, what I call the bottom, but it's probably the top of Paradox, doesn't have anything, but how about the top, aka probably the bottom? If you don't understand that, you don't know Paradox Cave. Ooh,
Okay.
Big key to Turtle Rock, small key to Pod. And that's all we care about.
Not the hypest, but we'll take a Turtle Rock Big Key.
Alright, Andy's going for the exit portion of Paradox, and hey, Light World Shopping Mall. This is convenient.
Yeah, this is, if you're going to dive a connector this early, this is kind of one of the best case scenarios you can hope for, is it taking you to another little tightly grouped section of entrances.
And a storyteller. Southwest Death Mountain Foothill Cave is Game of Chance. So that's a cave we don't have to explore, assuming we can recall which one that is. And thank you, Incoherent, for confirming which one.
So after checking that shopping mall, Andy is going to head back to the town to finish up some of these checks here.
It's always the blacksmiths.
And Ganon hanging out at the Mad Batter, and Wolf finding Hera. Nice place for Hera.
While it is a nice place, we are missing the big key to Hera, which for all we know could be right here in Agina's bush home. Oh!
That's a strong hint.
Yeah. Nope. Agina has the shovel. Still, useful stuff all around.
Yeah, this early on, getting the shovel is pretty nice. Getting the shovel later on in the seed after you've made Swiss cheese of your routing, sometimes it can be hard to route that shovel back in.
Ooh, and there's an early cape. That puts Spike Cave... we're close to it in logic, but I feel like we're gonna need a few more hearts for that, or at least a bottle of potion or something.
Yeah, to be in logic, Spike Cave, you need a way to extend your magic, which is either half magic or a bottle. And so we're gonna finish up Kakariko soon here, and then both our runners will probably hit the south end. And interestingly enough, Andy and Wulfy stealing the Desert Small Key for when they find the rest of Desert.
And wow! Big key to Ganon's Tower in Ganon's Tower today. It's like this Crossworld Keysanity tournament is saying, okay, enough of these shenanigans, let's put stuff back where they should.
And the Smiths not moving very far, taking over the tavern today.
Okay, chat, we are not playing that guessing game yet. We don't even know where GT is today. Everyone's excited today. Alright. Wolf is the first outside of Kakariko heading to the library, which we know is not the library, but is instead the Spectacle Rock Cave exit, I believe.
Yep. And there goes just another shop on the right side of Quarreling Brothers' house. Wolf is going to go ahead and peek and see what's on the race game, see if he needs to worry about it. It's just a map.
Yeah, we don't need to worry about a map. I mean, it is useful for telling you if a dungeon is a pendant or crystal, but it's not required by any stretch.
Wolf, having plenty of money in his pocket, decides, you know what, I'll just top my bombs off here before I head on out.
Alright, we are about to dig up what is near Stumpy's hangout. Well, I guess we didn't need those bombs anyway.
Alright, so Wolf has a whole new direction to go here. Did not take that connector, so maybe headed on over to the shopping mall. But gonna do South Shore first. Could go left or right. With that Power Glove, either option is kind of tempting.
I'm predicting right. And I would be wrong.
So these will be quick to get out of the way. Not many entrances over here. But this is new information, and there's Ice Palace.
And, ooh, Pegasus Boots will give us another connector.
And Wolf making a play into ice early on. This is a big move here.
Kinda scary, but if we play our cards right, we can access a decent number of chests here. Don't know if I necessarily like entering here this early without extra knowledge, but this is why Wolf's in the tournament, and this Wolf is up here on the booth.
Meanwhile, Andy... Oh, there's the Moon Pearl!
There is a reason I am up here.
Wow. And Wolf says, that's enough for me. I don't need to go any further. But Andy making his way to the right. This may be a fake flipper here, because he has already seen the shopping mall. Or maybe he's going back for the connector over there.
But that connector, if I saw right, wasn't that just the Paradox exit where we can't go back? Or was there another cave I had overlooked? And it looks like Andy changed his mind.
Ooh, we got Mini Moldorm Cave over here. Looks like Wolf picked the right direction to go.
Yeah, but the Moldorms are trying to make their own right directions. Looks like Wolf's gonna reset the room.
Yeah, these Mini Moldorms can be a bit temperamental sometimes.
Ooh, and Andy just found Misery Mire inside the Lake Fortune House. Oh, and the bow is on the island! And Desert Palace front is right there next to Mire. Oh yeah, and also the bug net. Can't forget the bug net. And, well, here's where that key stealing comes into play.
Ooh, nice find from that key steal.
And small key to ice, so that may tempt Andy. Also, the bow was on the Lake Hylia Island today, so we're gonna need a mirror and flippers for that. Definitely the mirror. If we really wanted to do some fancy tricks, we could get away without the flippers, but we're talking Dark World stuff. Not dealing with it.
So, Andy did not like the sword. I know Andy's very comfortable with swordless strats. So he's gonna hard reset and save that desert key.
Ooh. Not every day I see hard reset strategies like this used, but hey, at least we know where one exists.
So he took the right entrance, and that popped him out at Bonk Rocks, so he's going to go through the left entrance now.
Well, let's also get this center chest. Compass to eastern. Now, what about that torch? Uh-oh. Miscellaneous small key. And, Andy already picked up that one.
Yeah, and if Wolf goes through there, he's going to find out that he can find an extra GT small key if he needs it. Right in Eastern.
Oh, Wolf is going for the sequence break, and oh! Left side takes us to a Pyramid of Power, so we don't need to worry about the 5-6 crystals today.
And Wolf going for a little swim here.
Yes, to visit the Bird Lover. If you don't know what I mean by that title, play A Link Between Worlds. Excellent game.
And just a Turtle Rock Small Key. Not a bad key to have, but nothing too exciting.
And isn't that very vanilla, or are there just... I forget how many different fairy caves there are throughout the land.
Yeah, there is one fairy cave there.
Alright, Saha's hut today? Thieves' Town. Interesting. I feel like we've already found most of the dungeons.
Yeah, a lot of easily accessible dungeons here. And Wolf finding in the waterfall the upper section of Bumper Cave, so has the cape, could go through that if he chooses. Ooh, there's a big key on the ledge.
Well, we're gonna need some flippers, most likely.
Yeah, we'll need flippers, or at the very least, a pair of boots so that we can double water walk.
Hey, heard you want flippers? Sorry, all I got's this.
Another Turtle Rock Small Key. That's making me suspicious of Turtle Rock.
And Thieves' Town front side didn't really give us anything, if I saw correctly. Alright, Wolf loading up on bombs again. Certainly not a bad idea, especially if we have a bush crab right there. But, yeah, I'm just trying to keep up with all the dungeons we found at this point. Eastern Desert, Hera, Swamp, Thieves, Ice, Misery Mire, and at least one entrance of Turtle Rock.
And Wolf headed into the Dark World. Well, there's our old man, the front of it at least. And here's our promised bomb shop. 5-6, our Tower of Hera, Misery Mire. Good information to have, but as we know, the crack at the pyramid is nothing but a desert entrance.
And fluting to 5 gives us the Spectacle Rock item, which is a piece of heart, but more importantly, a hint. Sorry, less importantly. Ooh, Hookshot Cave.
And looks like Andy maybe headed towards the desert area, so this could be the ice play if he wants to go in there. Looks like he's gonna... Oh, not gonna do the shovel yet.
Actually, based off of what I've seen, we're expected to at least go down to the first chest of Ice Palace.
But he is going to grab the hint. And then, yep, looks like he's going to go.
Ooh, Graveyard Ledge at the Dark Chapel. Well, at least we don't need the mirror for that one. Not worth it, though.
So Andy should be getting his Moon Pearl here.
While Wolf is going to at least see what's on a bumper cave, as long as, well, the bumper ledge anyway. If only these murder dactyls would not cause problems, thank you. It's just a map.
Wolf causing problems for those murder dactyls. Hitting both of them with the hammer.
And, Andy has the Moon Pearl, but is going farther into ice. While Pyramid of Power has been found, but that's not very powerful.
Yeah, I can understand Andy going in. He has 6 hearts. Wolf only had, I think, 4 max at the time, so a couple extra hearts does make it a little bit more worthwhile.
And, okay, for the record, chat, just because I am a wolf, and there is a wolf runner, and there's also a pug runner who is somewhat related to a wolf, that does not mean I am disqualified from commentating this match. Jetters, do you have any direct or indirect relations to the lupine family?
I do not. I'm a cat person myself, so...
Alright, so you'll be the one keeping us under control. Got it.
Yep. Alright, Wolf, checking out Skull Woods here. We're gonna find out if Skull Woods is gonna be a pain or not.
Alright, smart idea to pick up the spare small key. And... hey, we have access to the back.
So, Skull Woods is not gonna trap us in the back here. This a welcome sight.
Well, hopefully this storyteller is worth it.
Wow.
Worth.
Palace of Darkness has all the worth.
Flute and mirror in pod. That is where we need to go. And... alright, Andy is trying to get everything else in Ice Palace. We know we don't need the big chest. We saw in a hint that it's a heart. And Wolf finding probably the best Skullwoods hole. Let's get some treasure.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna start up here and then move his way down through the pinball room, so he doesn't waste that one small key that we're gonna need for Mothula. You never know when another Skull Woods key is gonna pop up.
Indeed. And Ice Tea Room not providing much of value. I mean, I know some folks like to call the maps burritos, but that did not look very appetizing. And hey, there's our second known sword.
And Andy finding out that the back of Skull Woods leads to a storyteller, he may not go check that.
So then the bigger question is, will Andy find Pod first?
Looks like he's gonna set up for a bomb jump here.
Yes, the second most important bomb jump in Ice Palace. If you don't have the hook shot here, you have to bomb jump.
And Wolf finding left side of Turtle Rock here.
And going for it. Meantime, Andy has 3 small chests left in Ice Palace. Chest 1. The compass of Ice Palace. Chest 2. Nothing important. We swing on over to Wulfy's side. We're heading to the lava-chested Turtle Rock. More maps. And the U-Room. Well, hey, we know where Hera is. That small key will at least give us one more chest.
Yep, that's at the very least, that's one small key that you want to have, regardless of if you know the item or not. Because it's just one single small key, and it's a check off the list.
Alright, Turtle Rock is not really providing much right now, so Wolf is going to bail. Now, technically, there is another chest that Wolf could have accessed, but I don't know if it would have required spending another small key. There's a single roller room that I believe Wolf is able to visit, but instead going to see where Hookshot Cave takes us, while Andy hopes to finish off Ice Palace right now.
Yeah, you're this far in, you at least give one attempt at Cold Stare.
Well, red mail will help for protection, but I want to say 3 strikes and Andy will be out. But then again, Andy is used to swordless. I should know, I saw him at a Zeldathon Piece of Heart, and he basically had to do every boss swordless.
Alright, so Wolf finding the bow on the island, finding Misery Mire, and now finding Desert.
And there you go, Ice Palace is down.
And doesn't seem like Ice Palace really had a whole lot, except a crystal.
Well, that does help.
And Wolf finding out what he missed at the anti-fairy chest, so that's a sigh of relief, unless he needs to go back and get that GT small key for some reason. There are 4 of them, and you don't need them all.
Also, I apparently missed when we picked up the map to Desert Palace, but apparently it's a red pendant. Okay, thank you, chat. Yeah, it would make sense if the Desert Palace map wasn't ice, and I just completely forgot about it.
Alright,
Now-
so Wolf is showing us some new information here.
Yep, we can see Dark World Potion Shop and Catfish. Ooh, Blind's Hut has moved upriver.
Alright, we got 5 items here. Are any of them gonna be anywhere near hype? So far, no.
We need to find actual Hype Cave. Which... Well, okay, small key to pod is worth it.
Yeah, we'll take a small key to pod. Can never have enough of those.
And Andy is now going to go back for that sword. It's actually funny, the last match I commentated, we needed to go to where Hype Cave exists in vanilla in order to find progression, and for whatever reason, it took our runners a bit of time to get there.
And Andy doing a map check, finding out that Meyer is one of our red crystals, and Wolf getting a small key. Which one is it? A pod small key, so that's good for Wolf. That means Wolf can clear out the entirety of pod except for Helmosaur King. Well, and the big chest.
Does Wolf know the Hammer Yump?
If I would say that if you're in this tournament, Hammer Yump is one of the more important skills to have.
And Andy pulled off a wonderful bomb jump against the rail, and we have a big key to Thieves Town. And for frame of reference, if I were to ever enter one of these tournaments, I would need to learn some of these tricks. So I may need some help on that.
Yeah, Hammer Yump removes the need of at least one key.
And that is the Mountain Fairy Connector that we just saw. There's a storyteller. And, well, we don't need to worry about that small key now.
And there's the other side of Bumper Cave.
While Sick Kid has moved into Hype Cave.
So Wolf is taking this, I call it the Turtle Rock Fairy Cave. But I don't know if anybody's got a better name for it, but that's what I call it. And this is a connector, so we'll see where this goes.
That was the other end of Paradox that Andy just came through, while Fairy Connector takes us to the top of Hookshot Cave. And hey...
Oh,
flippers required for the Misery Mire Big Key.
What are these chickens doing up here?
Going cuckoo.
Apparently we got a bottle in the chicken hut, so that is Sick Kid access whenever Wolf does find Sick Kid.
Alright, bad jokes aside, the Turtle Rock entrance requires Bombos, but we may not need it. In the meantime, Stumpy providing with more bombs.
And this is a dark room. Can't see what's going on here, but I believe that's Death Mountain Ascent, the lower section. I mean, Death Mountain Descent. Ooh, here's GT.
Get your guesses in within the next 3 seconds, I don't know. There's one. There's two.
And Wolf does have the option, has the hammer and a small key, so could go sequence break, and it looks like that's what he is going to go do.
Alright, 3 is a heart container. Bob will live.
Meanwhile, Andy doing all the digs on the dig game, nothing but a piece of heart.
Alright, Wolf may need some more bombs, at least if we want to go down after this. 4 and 5, nothing. 6, there's another heart container. 7, hey, bombs. But that's all we're doing.
So a save and quit from Wolf. Meanwhile, Andy is headed back up. I forget what was here.
Here was...
another connector to...
This connector took us to Village of Outcasts.
Ah, yes.
Looks like Andy, mismarked there. Didn't want to go in, and, now Wulfy has the Master Sword. And a small key to Ice Palace, which Andy knew he didn't need, so he just left it alone.
Yeah, it'll definitely make routing but a little bit easier for Wolf. Andy had already done... Oh, it looks like Wolf is going to hard reset and will put that sword and that small key back in its place.
What is it with... I mean, I get it. Desert Palace is one of the easier dungeons to, well, save scum, as some call it, but... Kinda surprised to see all this right now.
Well, the reason Andy went back for that sword is he found out that it was a pendant. So he went back and spent his desert small key. Wolf does not know if it's a pendant or a crystal. So if we need that desert small key to kill the boss, you definitely don't want to burn it.
And again, we have Thieves Town, but at the same time, Andy has that big key to Thieves Town, thanks to that sequence break. So at the very least, we're not going to find both Hookshot and Cane of Samaria in Thieves Town. We may find one, but definitely not the other. But I think the big question on everyone's minds is, where's Pod?
Well, we still haven't seen the vanilla entrance, so it could always be there. And we have plenty of entrances on Death Mountain to check, so whenever we do end up getting up there, could be up there as well.
Actually, that brings up a good point. We're close to 47 minutes in. We don't know how to get up the mountain. So, yeah, we are missing the back of Skull Woods, and we are missing Palace of Darkness, and... Or all of Palace of Darkness, really, but... Yeah, we basically know where most of our dungeons are. Feels kind of strange to say that now that I think about it. But perhaps Wolf will give us an idea. Going to head over to, Light World 5 warp spot. But because we have Vanilla Dark World access, we have a few more spots to check out.
So we'll see if Andy goes ahead and checks this hint. He knows that it... Oh, no, it looks like he's just going to get grabbed and head on out.
Yeah, I think Andy intentionally walked into that, Wallmaster.
Yeah. And, so it's not necessarily a bad thing that he misses that hint, but if he has to make a choice and doesn't have that mirror yet, it could play into things.
Wolf is going backwards through Spectacle Rock, and Sequence breaks up the mountain.
So this is plenty of entrances for us to choose from.
But do remember, folks, this is not the intended entrance. We have plenty other ways to get up, hopefully. Still, let's see what kind of damage we can do here. Alright, Wolf is feeling like left side would be the better venture here. Ooh, top of Spectacle Rock. There's another small key.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be looking for that old man, Death Mountain Ascent Cave. Oh, there's the front of Hyrule Castle.
I actually forgot about that. Well, we haven't found Hyrule Castle until just now, and we haven't found Eka Tower.
But this is going to be quite the death warp if he wants to make it, because we've got red mail, I think, on Wolf's side. I think both of our runners picked it up.
Yeah. And some of these enemies deal a quarter of a heart in green mail. So this... Well, okay, the ropes are behaving enough. It's strange, the ropes are actually coded so that you always take half a heart from them. So, thank you, programmers. You have made our lives easier.
Well, I mean, that is... unless you're going into Hyrule Castle from a Dark World entrance... because if you enter from the Dark World, they have the properties of the crickets, which do a lot more damage.
I never understood why that happens. I mean, I know it's effectively the same overlaid enemy, but, Ooh, mushroom. And Andy just learned big key to Ice Palace, not necessary.
Yeah, that'll put his mind at ease after clearing all of Ice Palace. You never want to have to go back for the big chest if you've cleared all of Ice.
And... well, that's one of 3 small keys to Meyer. I know there are some runners who like having at least, one key just for easier routing, but we really don't need any more than that. Hi, night. Bye, night. Good night. Night. I don't know.
Yeah, that ball and chain guard looked a little hot under the collar.
And Andy, nice fake flipper. Now, here's a question for you. You're Wolf, you found Hyrule Castle, you still have plenty more spots in Death Mountain to check out. Do you take the other entrances yet?
Not in this case. You still want to explore everything in Death Mountain, especially finding the old man cave like he does here. The upper part of Death Mountain Ascent so that we're going to get that next save and quit point.
Now, the unfortunate part here is we don't know where this cave connects to because it's a one-way entrance at this point. But, you know, still nice to find if we can.
And where the real question is, will Wolf go into the Dark World and check the two entrances on that side, or will he, after he's finished all of these entrances in the Light World side, will he go to Hyrule Castle or the Dark World?
Good questions. I would say Hyrule Castle first, but that's just me. Because right now Dark World's a one-way trip until we know where Pod is. Apparently Wolf had second thoughts and decided, bottle for safety.
I think Wolf is expecting to find Pod sometime soon. So, he's definitely gonna get some safeties, but more importantly, set himself up to be able to do Potion Glitch.
Also, how often do you see the small heart purchased?
Not very often, but I mean, it's there, and it's basically free, so why not?
Alright, Mimic Cave has been found. We have Hammer.
Water Toes!
Well, that'll get us our big key to Misery Mire.
Yet we still do not really have access
there's
to
Pod!
Misery Mire.
Pod is south of the Monkey Hut.
Question in chat, is Mimic Clip allowed? The answer is yes.
Yeah, anything that doesn't require the bow to get through there, as long as we're not literally going under the floor and swapping dungeons, then we're good. And there's the back of Skull Woods. And Ice Palace will take us to Laser Bridge Turtle Rock. That's the only entrance we haven't found yet.
And Wolf finding the Bloomerang, some people say Red Meringue's the best, some people say Blue Meringue's the best, but at least having one, it definitely helps.
Alright, here's the Mimic Clip in action, one frame at a time. Can you explain this one, Jitters? Because I cannot.
So, the mimics on the first frame of movement have no collision, so you want to basically buffer it so that every first frame of leftward movement, you want to move it one frame at a time, so that they kindly eventually slip into the wall and will eventually get forced off into space.
And there's our final key to Skull Woods, as Wolf is dealing with the boss of Skull Woods, Mothula's Floor. Because, let's face it, Mothula is not the real enemy here.
Yeah,
And
that is true. If you ever play a Chaos boss and Randomizer and find Mothula anywhere else but his own room, he is 100% a piece of cake.
And, I think Andy is trying to... Oh, there's Hype Cave. And there is our darkroom navigation device.
And a bonus big key with
To
some
Pod.
Quake.
I would call that 7 out of 10 hype.
Yeah, that's gonna be good for when Wolf finds Pod. Gonna be able to do it in one trip, except for the fact that we're gonna need the bow, so we'll at least need to come back for Helmasaur King.
Yeah. Pod is a required double dip if we need to double dip.
Yeah, we don't know if Helmasaur or Pod is a crystal or a pendant yet, but Wolf will be able to at least get everything besides the boss cleared out.
And Sick Kid only with the mirror, and Andy hasn't found it yet. Also, Swamp Palace is a crystal. And we may as well find out what we get for... Oh! Alright. Flute is in a dark maze lower right.
Well, there's our promised flute. And there's
Ooh.
Silvers. Wow, Pod is stacked.
We'll take our bonus. We will definitely take our bonus. Now... Oh gosh, chat is already begging for the mirror to be in the big chest. Which means, chat, you are kinda sadistic here.
Here we go. Wulfy finding the entrance to Pod.
Alright, big key chest for Andy is bombs. One more chest left. If this isn't the mirror, it's big key locked regardless.
It's the mirror!
But Andy reset it. Is Andy just resetting to save the one key?
Yeah, probably. I don't know when the last time he saved was, but you know, I know he does a lot of save scumming, especially with Pod. So that could be the intent there. It's likely that it was intentional. Okay, yeah, so, yeah, after he died in the dark room, he, saved, so...
Yeah, it was a save and continue. Makes sense. And Wolf going with the other clip instead, where, we do a mini bottle adventure and, open the door.
Yeah, people in chat questioning, you know, if it's really worth save scumming there. Well, the time saved, well, the time spent walking back to Pod could be a lot less time than finding another Pod small key, because that was his last one.
So at this point, we have found every single dungeon with the exception of Aga Tower. But I'm right now looking at the items. Without really knowing which of the remaining dungeons are crystals or pendants, I can at least confirm we definitely need Hookshot and Cane of Samaria. And we don't know where those are yet. And, apparently, if we want to pay Venus for upgrades, we have to pay a separate down payment. That doesn't seem right. Yeah, but that's what happens at times.
Alright, so Wolf is headed on into the back of Pod. Will not have to do dark rooms since he found that lamp.
And I don't know when I saw any runner head into the... Oh! South of Kiki, that's the monkey hut. That's where the game of chance is. Never mind. Yeah, we don't have to see the monkey hut today.
So
Alright,
Andy going and get that mirror again.
this time for keeps.
He may take him over to Castle to the top of... Well, top of Pyramid to view the top of the pyramid. Or top of the castle. Sorry, I can think.
I understood what you meant, don't worry. Cross keys can cause issues for a lot of us, myself included.
Alright, Wulfy doing hammer jump here. Ooh, and there is something there.
But I don't know if that's the thing we want. In the meantime, Storyteller at Castle Tower today. And Ganon's Tower is a connector today. We don't know which one yet.
So Wolf is going to check the rest of the pod area here. And we'll probably see him go for that bow shortly after.
Wait, that wasn't a game of chance, but... whatever, it was still pointless.
So it looks like Flute was our intended access to the mountain, I think.
I believe you are right. That puts everything else in logic. So, Incoherent, the only other way we've gained access to Death Mountain was by bomb jumping to the Spectacle Rock Overlook. And for those wondering where the flippers are, they were just shown on screen. Also, Venus, what happened to you? So, Incoherent bomb jumped to the... Oh, that? That was through the, ferry connector. Basically, Sorry, I respect the, Hylian anthem there. Anyway, the east side of Dark Death Mountain. Either fake flipper to Dark World Shopping Mall or take Bumper Cave. That will take you to that area, then the Fairy Connector Cave takes you over. And speaking of Dark Death Mountain, Spiky Cave, Spiky Cave. Wulfy is in Spiky Cave. What's it got? Some type of stuff. Hopefully it's good enough. Look out! Big 20 in Spiky Cave.
One thing we have not seen is the back of the old man cave, so that could lead somewhere interesting as well.
You're welcome, chat. Go ahead.
And doesn't look like Wulfy is going to make a huge break for that bow. Makes sense because he doesn't have the Eastern Big Key. And, well, the only thing he can really do with the bow at this time is just kill Helmsword King.
Wait, Wulfy actually went for that map on purpose. Oh, but it was the dud.
And is Hyrule Castle right?
So we didn't even need the mirror for that.
I'd like to point out we found the map to Hyrule Castle near a connector to Hyrule Castle.
I don't think that, exactly makes Wulfy feel better. And... Okay, chat, I know. I am tone deaf. Still have to improve and oh, hey, there's our intended old man connector.
Ooh, there's Saha. Thieves Town is our green pendant today. And Titan's Mitts.
Oh, that'll open up a few more things. However, it's not really entrances we need unless there's some other overworld spot we're forgetting.
That is a big mire access with the flute, and so that is actually a lot of entrances there.
As I said, I acknowledge it's a lot of entrances, but do we need entrances right now? We need items, and I'm trying to think what other entrances we haven't found. You know, what other caves we haven't found that may give us an item here. Let's see. We haven't seen King's Tomb yet. We know where Hookshot Cave is, but we don't have the boots or the, hookshot for those items. What other caves have items that we haven't seen?
Let me take a look here. I'm not sure if we've seen Checkerboard.
You're right, I don't think we have seen Checkerboard. I don't think we've seen Potion Shop, have we?
Yeah, I haven't seen Potion Shop either. We do have Aga Tower.
That is true, we haven't seen Aga Tower yet.
Oh, there's the Potion Shop.
4 rupees short for the blue potion.
Yeah. Mire Shed we haven't seen. The Dam. We haven't seen the Dam. That's a big one.
You're right. That actually gives us 2 items. And there's the small key to Misery Mire. And Wulfy is about to perform that same rail bomb jump clip. Gets it.
We also haven't seen Laser Bridge yet.
We know where Laser Bridge is, though. And we actually have access to it now.
Yeah. Because it's on Ice Palace, right?
Yep. Also, ooh, Deadrock's not cooperating for Andy today. And, my Pink Friday is correct. We don't have a lot of keys. We've only found 3 big keys. We know where a 4th is located. Oh, Andy just found King's Tomb and I missed the exact entrance. But it's just a piece of heart.
Wolf going back for ice, so this is going to be, unnecessary, but just a kind of a time sink here. You know, it'll be necessary to do this. It's a crystal, so.
Oh, we haven't found a top of a spiral cave either.
I don't think we found Super Bunny either.
And don't worry, chat, I won't sing again if we encounter Spiral Cave. I already saw how wonderful a reception I got.
We're also 1 item short of at least clearing out the right side and Armos Knight's Bob Chest area of GT. So 1 item could get us a lot of checks with that Cane of Samaria.
That is true. And, okay, chat, you are just indecisive. What do you want from me? Anyway, while chat decides what they want, Andy decides that it's going to be worth checking out the Mire area. What medallion do we need here? Quake. But Andy doesn't have it yet.
I do believe Wolf does have that one, though.
And hey, Mire Shed in Light World Desert Palace. With nothing inside.
So Wolf setting up that second IPBJ. Andy finding the cold bee.
Alright, what's on Desert Ledge? I haven't seen this yet. Never mind.
And on Desert Left, we got a Fortune Teller, and in the back of Desert, we have Super Bunny.
The entrance to Super Bunny at that. So, 2 items and a one-way trip.
And if this spits them out on the Turtle Rock Bridge, this could be more entrances to check.
Alright, we found the big key to Swamp Palace, but ideally we would Wait, was that Swamp Palace or Skullwoods? I'm mixing them up now.
Swamp Palace.
Thank you.
Well, 1 additional connector.
And confirmation that Pod is a crystal.
I mean, 1 more additional entrance up, and it's just a game of chance, so
Yep,
not
that
a
was
whole
the
lot
Foothills.
coming from the Mire area.
Yeah, that was the Foothills cave that was talked about. But Here's the thing. I don't recall Andy going into all the different mire caves yet. So I want to say there are still some available. So, chat, I'm gonna need you to remind me. Did Andy go into left mire shed, right mire shed, and storyteller cave in that area? Only left mire, and was it anything important?
So Andy going to grab that bow might be headed to kill Helmasaur, at least in the near future.
And in the meantime, Wulfy is just deciding, let's get through to take out Cold Stare, and oh, Andy is heading to Dark World Shopping Mall, which means Andy will have access to GT. Andy, Wulfy, if you want to take out Cold Stare, you're gonna have to fill up on magic.
He does have a green potion.
And has to use it. And now, is the hammer mightier than the eyeball puff? I guess.
Yeah, it's somewhat like a game of whack-a-mole here with Cold Stare.
Vitreous is a better mole for that. And, thank you, Tannerin, for that. Alright, both runners are good with Cold Stare.
So
But we are
Wolf-
still... Go ahead.
Yep. Fluting over here. Is this is he gonna go to Thieves Town here? No. Well, he still may. He's got the mirror.
I don't think Wolf checked out some of these caves yet. Oh. Now, unfortunately, Andy is unable to check out the Turtle Rock entrance, and we know it may not have anything important, but it may. We are still missing a few key caves.
So Wolf turning in that mushroom. This could be something important.
Well, we do know where the potion shop is, at least. Just have to mirror to the VT cave. Also, at this point, it looks like it's either Eastern Palace or Turtle Rock that is our final crystal/pendant. And... ew. Aga Spiral Tower.
Well, could we call it Aga's Spire, then?
I guess. Ooh, small key at potion shop.
Ooh.
It's the booby prize.
Well, Wolf is definitely going to save scum that. That key is absolutely useless at this point. Sometimes it's worth it, but not this seed.
And with that in mind, all of Death Mountain has been explored by our runners right now. At least the parts that we can explore. Still, Andy is going into GT. And most likely, unless we see some, more bomb jumping shenanigans, we're not going to get any farther than 7 for Andy either. So, Shadow Magi, the Aga 1 drop was a Useless Fairy, and Aga 2 is Lost Woods Thief. Oh!
Yeah, Wolf is remembering that big key, but looks like Wolf's going to check these entrances first.
Makes sense. We are now going to see what is on Laser Bridge. Since we do have invulnerability items with us, namely the Cape and Cane, these are all in logic. But again, these are our runners. Do they give a lick about logic? No.
Absolutely nothing on Laser Bridge. What a disappointment.
I'm surprised, to be honest. I mean, all that effort and we... just... nothing? It was like Hype Cave had our only good batch of big concentrated items here or something.
So... oh, Wolf finding out that Desert is a pendant. So maybe tempted to go get that sword, just as Andy made the decision to get that sword on right side Desert after finding out it's a pendant. So may Wolf.
Also, no, I did not forget about Pod Samimas. I was talking about the non-dungeon caves. But while we're eventually making our way over, this is a good reminder to please follow our runners, Wolf38, aka Wulfy83. I hope I said those numbers right, and Andy. Don't forget about my commentary partner, HXC Jetters, and our trackers for the match, Semimas and T-Wait8549. I really hope I said those correct.
Alright, so Wolf finds out what's in the big key chest, saves scums, and can now complete Pod without worrying about leaving any items behind.
Hey, thief, get out of the way. And that is correct, Goron. None of our runners have found boots yet.
Wolf showing us something we haven't seen yet. We've got Titansmith, so we have access to Blacksmith. We got hammer pegs. You know, we've got the purple chests. There's some stuff we can check there.
Agreed. Again, we are still looking for a few key items here. We definitely need the hookshot. We definitely need the Cane of Samaria. There's the reservoir. Let's drain the waters.
There's the hookshot.
Let's drain the waters in style.
Oh, by the way, were you headed to Swamp after this? Because you might need this.
Well, Swamp Palace is nearby, and we can full clear it. Well, wait, can we... No, we're
gonna need
still
a
missing
Swamp
the...
Small.
Yeah, Swamp Small is still missing.
But it could be vanilla.
Oh gosh, we already have enough things that are vanilla this seed. And, well, there's Hookshot Cave, as Andy now picks up the Misery Mire Big Key.
And speaking of Misery Mire, this is now access to Misery Mire. There's the big key to Desert. Half magic, very nice. And a nice small.
Alright. Good find so far.
Yeah, I think the biggest story right now is we've got a lot of items we can go and check in Mire now.
Alright, Andy going to right Mire Shed. We haven't seen this yet. I guess Andy won the meme contest?
Hotel Mario % complete.
Oh, and there's another prize, one of the 2 single green rupees.
But Wolf is going to go into GT and clear out the left side. We could find Arcana Samaria here.
Alright, our count is back. We have already found 7 items, so let's resume. And in the meantime, Andy is now going through a Spike Cave, but will only encounter a big 20 in the end. Oh! Andy deactivated the king just a frame too soon! And with that, Chest 9 is the map of Eastern Palace. We will finally have chat knowledge on where all of our crystals and pendants are. Alright, number 10. Small key to pod, that's helpful. 11. Well, there you go. 11 is the GT big key, 12 is the GT small key, and 13's a bottle. And we don't really have a prize for this one today, folks, because, well, we weren't exactly, expecting this to happen here. You know, the vanilla big key. Oh! Wulfy, gotta be careful with those bombs.
Looks like he was going to try to damage boost past that portal and got it off of the beetle. And there's the Cane of Samaria.
In the big chest. Oh, wow. So, here's the thing, chat. We are not necessarily in go mode yet. I mean, first of all, we are still missing the big key to Tower of Hera. We may need the big key to Eastern Palace. We may need the Ice Rod. We're not out of these woods quite yet. And yes, we definitely need Swamp's Palace Small Key, I know.
We may even need boots for if there's any items locked behind any boot locations. I think most of them are connectors, but I know King's Tomb still hasn't been opened.
And the Desert Palace Torch does have a small key.
That too.
So, Wolf is deciding, rightfully so, may as well check out Tile Room.
Deciding not to use cape strats.
Saving the magic, perhaps? Not a bad idea.
Well, I mean, there's really no magic loss by grabbing the wall, but maybe just doesn't realize he has cape or wants to do it the hard way. I guess you could probably save some frames by doing it this way, maybe.
Also, we found
cape is a little bit laggier.
We did find Checkerboard Cave, but it only had 3 hundo. Also, our third shield was found in Tile Room. Wolf, you need to be careful. You are running low on health here. Oh! Denied.
And Wolf pushing that block out of the way just as a quick precaution there.
While Andy is deciding that the Smith chain may have some more value.
But this may prompt him to check hammer pegs, which is the dam.
Ah, single arrow and... Wait. Oh, I counted one of the shields twice because both of the runners got it at separate times. Okay, 2 shields inside, and Wolf is deciding enough is enough.
Wolf using the mirror to the front of the Sanctuary door strats. And Wolf doesn't remember, must not remember about the big key to... Oh wait, this is desert, never mind.
This is Desert, going to pick up the,
I thought he was... Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with picking up the Master Sword here. Plus,
Yeah,
with the big key, we can access the big chest.
Yeah, I thought he was headed to Mire. I got my Mire and my desert mixed up.
I get it, they are next door. Alright, Andy is now going to learn about the potion shop while... Ooh, small key to thieves was in the big chest.
Now Wolf has got some thoughts to chew on. And
oh no.
Now... Yep.
Wolf, the big key was available for you. Probably didn't realize it.
Oh, wait. Does realize it now.
Crisis averted.
I think maybe that thought process came from it before he did Laser Bridge. It looked like he was about to go grab it, and maybe he thought in his mind that he already did.
I mean, thinking you've done something when you actually haven't, I mean, it is a common problem. I once had that happen where I never checked Saha's closet, and the first thing I did when I went there was turn in the green pendant and then left. And I never went back. There was a required medallion for me in there.
So let's see where Andy is headed. Is he gonna go clear out Pod here? Maybe a... I'm not sure where he's gonna be headed. Potion shop, it looks like. Must not have picked up a potion.
Well, also, gotta learn about the key.
mushroom. That's it.
But, the key is not a useful one. Now Wolf is ready for mire.
Yeah, one might call that the key to success. He won't get mired down anymore.
Chatters, I think we should stick to having me make the bad puns, or generally being the, audience, scapegoat.
Hey, every now and then I gotta have a little fun, right?
I mean, that is also true, I'll give you that. And there's our other single green rupee. We've found all of the, we found all the bad prizes. Now it's just hopefully at least decent prizes. So the current story of this seed is both runners have gone through different checks, and it's right now I think Wulfy has a very slight advantage, but here's the thing. We're missing a number of keys. So we need the Ice Palace Big Key potential. No, sorry. Eastern Palace Big Key, maybe. We need the Tower of Hera Big Key. We need the Swamp Palace Small Key. And we potentially need the Ice Rod.
And it looks like Andy is making the mire play as well. So anything that Wulfy finds in here will not be much of an advantage for very long. Oh, Andy does not have Kane. I missed that. So, yeah, there could be something on Vitreous.
Hey, we finally have the ability to go fast. And also, Andy has the ability to hover.
And Wolf has the ability to swing around a big ol' red bacon sword.
And, well, there's the Hera Big Key. We needed that. Wolf, there you go.
Yep, and Wolf is just gonna a hook shot across to the chest on his way down to Vitreous, and we'll grab those boots.
So, Kano Samaria was inside the GT Big Chest today. Alright, we are running low on necessary checks here, but we still actually have a few more places to go over. So, for frame of reference, Ganon's Tower technically has 5 checks available because the Pyramid of Power rooftop leads to the Lost Hills entrance. Or Lost Woods Lost Woods Hideaway entrance. I cannot speak today. Thieves Town has 5 checks because back of Thieves Town plus Sahasrahla. We are still missing a few overworld spots, but admittedly not many. And while it is technically possible for Ice Rod to be on the pedestal, again, we don't know if Ice Rod is necessary yet. It depends on if Eastern Palace is the blue pendant or not. Uh-oh, Wolf, gotta be careful!
Don't slip into the juice.
Okay, you can slip into the juice now. Oh, and of course the safety item was behind Vitreous. Why not?
So that's if you're on Team Andy, that's a big relief because he doesn't have the cane, but getting to Vitreous pretty quick when you just want to go from front to back. So
Eastern is a pendant. The pedestal play is alive. And now with those boots, we can finally access the torch key.
and what is it? GT small key. Womp womp.
And Andy deciding to immediately go up Hera, not a bad idea. We know the basement is pointless.
And it looks like we are gonna get another Hera play from Wulfy's side.
Makes sense. Bugnet can be found near Moldorms. Wolf doesn't need to worry about that. And neither does Andy. So, Andy did not finish Misery Mire. Andy needs the Cane of Samaria from the Ganon's Tower Big Chest. How often do you get to say that Ganon's Tower's Big Chest had something of importance?
You know, one lucrative play might be Thieves Town, since we have the small key, as well as it being a green pendant.
No, I agree with that. That's 5 checks available. And for those that forgot, Thieves Town is located... Why am I not seeing... Oh yeah, at Sahasrahla.
Because, yeah, even in dungeons, we're running low on checks here.
Alright, King's Tomb being checked out. Nope, it's a fairy. Alright, so at this point we know what we need for go mode. We need the Ice Rod, we need the Swamp Palace small key. Which do you think we're going to find second, Jetters?
Swamp small.
Then shall we make a bet for it?
Sounds like a good time as any.
Nice phrasing.
But Wolf is going to show us something we haven't seen before. The death of Helmasaur King.
Oh,
And yeah,
Andy
this is
found one of the
connector.
connectors. Yeah, I think that was the one by Link's house, which we know is a connector. Oh, there's a whammy. Oh no, that was the Dark World version. Well, it was still a whammy. Hey, there's Spiral Cave. And this is going to be a one-way trip. But if I remember my hints correctly, this may take us to Ganon's tower.
Yeah, there's not many connectors left, if any.
And there's
Well-
the map of Turtle Rock.
So Andy will know the answer of what's our last crystal.
And there we go. Both runners have the knowledge.
Oh wait, does he not know about Swamp? Where was that map? Ooh, maybe it was here.
Alright. Odd is finally knocked out. And Wolf is not going to Thieves Town. Instead, heading up the mountain. With Hookshot in hand, this
Oh.
may be... Oh,
There is a small key on
Spectacle Rock.
Spectacle Rock.
It wasn't anything important. Or at the very least, it was redundant. I already have that one marked because Andy picked it up.
And it's a Meyer small key.
As I said, not important.
But looks like Wolf is gonna head on over to the Turtle Rock entrance.
However, Wolf can't get in there either. Oh, Andy's found Hype Cave! Let there be light. So this actually brings up a fair question. Where's Bombos if we need it?
You know, I don't think Wolf has actually been to the Meyer area. I can't remember him actually going over there.
Wolf hasn't.
Oh, here's some checks that we haven't seen.
You're right, the first 3 checks at Turtle Rock. Check 1. Art container.
And it looks like Andy is making a beeline for Pod here.
Makes sense.
Get that Pod big key and it's hot in your hands and you can't wait to use it.
Another heart container. and bombs. Turtle Rock is dead to us right now until we find that ice rod. And Andy gets the Hammer Yump and learns of Ether, which unfortunately is a useless medallion today.
And so
Go ahead.
Wolf is going to check these Aga tower checks real quick. We know they're not really anything, so where he goes from here, not sure.
Alright, and for the record, again, my name is Wolfman2000. We have Wolf38 playing on the left, who is named after a wolf, and we have Andy playing as a pug who is related to a wolf. Really, the only neutral one is Jetters, and that's because they're a cat person.
Well, big news here. Wolf is making the climb.
Alright. 4 checks left in the tower, 1 on the pyramid. I'm going to advise that bets are closed once the tower climb is concluded and we see what is inside the pyramid.
Alright, so Wolf entering the gauntlet very shortly, and Andy going to take down Helmasaur King. And Wolf is armed to the teeth, so this gauntlet should be a piece of cake.
None of these mini Stalfos and Beamos have anything to say about it. But at least they're behaving right now, as Andy is celebrating the death of the Helmasaur King.
So Wolf committed to the climb, but Andy's near Thieves Town. This could be a Thieves Town play here. Nope, he's fluting.
Andy is thinking swamp. What's in that first chest?
Is it vanilla? It is not.
I think Andy wants to go up to GT as well. Yeah, you may as well just close the bets. We're not going to see any other changes.
Alright, here we go. Wolf about to get to Mini Helma. We're gonna see what's in those chests.
Alright, right chest. Map of Hera, little late. Left chest. Piece of heart.
Meanwhile, Andy back in GT, gonna go on the left side. Probably gonna find that cane in the big chest.
Consolation chest only had 50 rupees. As we are now soon going to see, in vanilla anyway, the inevitable conclusion.
Alright, here we go. Is this any of the keys that we need?
No! It's a unique prize, but it's the unique 100!
Well, we've got one check left. And that is going to be on the pyramid dropdown.
Is this an AGA 2 required seed? Looks like chat really wants to see a book here. Oh, Wolf misread the targets.
And chat always reminding us that pet is still in play.
Seriously, what's with all the blue balls today, Aga?
And down AGA 2 goes.
Alright.
And
What?
Andy, excited to find his red cane, gonna finish out the basement. After he goes right side, will he make the climb?
And small key
To Misery Mire.
Misery Mire! Dang it, I was close!
Extra emphasis on that misery after doing the climb and coming up empty. Didn't even get anything like a book to make more checks.
I am genuinely starting to suspect So, I admit I missed what was in a Dark World bomb shop in Vanilla, but it was most likely pointless because I know both of our runners had access to it. Alright, we're going to the Mad Batter now.
It's a big key to Eastern.
Eastern.
So that's 2 more checks we can make.
That is true. And technically, with that big key, we have access to all 3 pendants. And I think Wolf is going to start with Thieves Town. Alright, so to get back to what I was saying, not counting obviously we still have Thieves Town to fully explore, 4 checks there, plus the Green Pendant turn, and Eastern Palace 2 checks. Desert Palace, we're down to just the 1. But entrance-wise, well, we still haven't seen what the drained reservoir item is yet, have we?
I don't recall seeing it, but I'd be almost certain that the runners have checked it.
Alright, so what we're looking for right now, we are down to Ice Rod and Swamp Palace Small Key. That's it.
And Andy's making the climb.
Again, can't fault Andy for making this climb, it's just, unfortunately, a time waste here.
Yeah, you gotta pick between the best of the worst options at this point, and, you know, you're already here, so you might as well choose the climb.
Alright, so we've seen reservoir item.
Really, I think it all comes down to Thieves Town here, or, you know, because we have to find the Swamp Small or the Ice Rod before the pedestal is pulled. One of them has to show up.
Not necessarily true. One of them could be on the pedestal, and that may lead us to the other. Remember, we have full access. Oh. We did find a Desert Small, actually. That may have been forgotten about, but I could have sworn we saw the small key to... No, we don't have that. I mismarked that on my end.
Yeah, they both burned the small key at this point too. So even if they want a pulp head, they're gonna need to find it first.
Well, so far the treasures in Thieves Town aren't paying off, and also I just realized we are still missing a connector because we haven't gone to Mimic Ledge yet. And yeah, both runners stole the Desert Palace small key in the back, so we are technically still missing one. Also, blind spot of the day. I tried to catch fog, but I missed. That okay, that's actually a good one.
You know, I think we found Death Mountain Descent, but I don't think we actually saw the other side of it.
We did. Oh, no, it's just a big key. But it is to Skull Woods. We can finally access that one. So we have even more checks to explore in this mixed up world of Hyrule.
Looks like Wolf is gonna go ahead and turn that green pendant in first.
Makes sense.
I can't remember where Saha is on the mountain, but I just remember he's up here somewhere.
First cave available after crossing the bridge.
Oh!
Wait.
Oh my
Oh.
god, it's a pod small.
That's all of them. Well, all the pods anyway. For frame of reference, the only small keys we are missing: small key to desert, small key to swamp, and small key to Turtle Rock. So, what we definitely need for our runners to just get up and go, we need Ice Rod, and we need Swamp Palace Small. Maybe we technically need, actually, we don't know if we need Desert Small yet, unless we're dealing with a pedestal situation, but... Harmless Hallway was checked, actually, by the runners. It had nothing. Now this chest hasn't been checked yet.
Oh my god, it's a book.
Well, we're right by the pedestal, so why not?
So we've got 2 tablets and a pedestal to check.
Once we get out of the bone tunnel. So yeah, chat, get your pedestal hype up there as, it has immediately been put on ice. Wolf is doing Eastern Palace first.
Wolf teasing us.
Which Wolf in this case?
Well, Wolf, you know, you might see 3 out of 6. That's because he missed the anti-fairy chest when he first came in here, but he knows it's a GT small key, so will not be going to check that.
Alright, big chest.
It's a red rupee.
Not what we're looking for. Armos Knights have the final item along with the blue pendant.
Blue pendant Ice Rod's blue. Maybe there's some correlation.
Well, we are running out of blue items, I'll give you that.
All right, Andy going ahead and taking down Vitreous here. Gonna be clearing out Meyer in the next minute or so, and Wolf is taking down Armos Knights and will be receiving the Ice Rod.
Eastern Palace required no matter what. We are down to the small key of Swamp Palace. And Wolf still wants to check, but has to deal with this part first. You know what? That bonk works. We'll take it. Alright, now chat, get your pedestal hype in there. Alright, what is it? Small key to the pipe maze! I think that's it! No! Pipe maze is Turtle Rock! Never mind.
Yeah. But speaking of Turtle Rock, Wolf making a beeline for that laser bridge. We'll see if Trinex has our Swamp Small.
So, here's the thing. According to chat, this is technically a pedestal seed because the logic fully expects you to have all 4 small keys.
That is correct.
So... Alright. Where? Do Landmos have it? Do the tablets have it? I mean, we're running low on choices here.
Yeah, we've got tablets, we've got Trinex, we've got Landmo.
I think that's it.
I think that's it.
So the question becomes, can we dodge the intended ped seed then? If Trinex has that swamp small key, then we've dodged extra item hunting. Nope. So yeah, the Landmolas can have the Swamp Palace small. It's down to Landmola's, Ether Tablet, or Bombos Tablet. Oh, and Wolf passed up an opportunity to check Ether.
Yeah, I mean, I can't blame. You know, you're like, your brain's got to be mush at this point. You've checked everything in the game, and you've got to rack your brain out the last remaining little pieces of what you can check.
I mean, this is what happens at times, folks, when you're trying to find just that one thing, but we're last locationing it. Now, in this case, purple chest may be a good thing because this will take us to Bombos, if we're careful.
Here's Quake. Now, Mire entrance hasn't been checked yet by either runner, and we are looking for one more connector that'll get us to the Turtle Rock Bridge.
Chest game, we forgot about this.
But it's a big 300.
That means the Turtle Rock is the connector that takes us there. So that means if Bombos is needed, then that means Bombos to Turtle Rock to that connector, and it's one of two checks because of mirror potential. Alright, so let's see what happens here. Oh, Lord Zeno's right. We did forget about one dark room. Actually, now that I think about it, did anyone explore back of Uncle?
Oh, back of Old Man, that's right. Nobody's gone that way yet.
That may be the remaining connector. Yeah, we are definitely missing one connector, and it may be Old Man at the Mountain.
It could be that they found it earlier, but I don't remember that. But I know they haven't gone backwards out of the Old Man.
But at this point, the only remaining known location before we have to worry about those connectors is Ether Tablet. And Landmos. So my question to you, which would you do first?
I would be doing the tablets.
Oh,
Because-
right, they can't do Landmos, right? They don't have that small key. Oh, dang it, I forgot. Seriously, runners, why do you have to make things complicated by stealing the Desert Palace small key? At this point, the only connector that I don't... we haven't gone to Turtle Rock Bridge. Back of Old Man is the only one that we definitely haven't seen. But there is at least another connector east of Ganon's Tower that has been forgotten about by our runners.
Well, Wolf is going to find the Swamp Big Key here, not the Swamp Key he's looking for, though. At this point, that Big Key ain't worth its weight in gold.
Yeah, this is going to come down to who remembers those final checks. Wolf did remember that it was a game of chance over there, so that's the right play to skip it.
I don't think Wolf has done... Oh, have we seen
We have
Graveyard
seen
Ledge?
we have seen Graveyard Ledge. It had nothing important. Same with King's Tomb.
Yeah, I remember Randy checking King's Tomb. I just didn't remember Graveyard Ledge.
Steve, you need to clarify who the Hype Kid is. If you're talking the kid in Hype Cave, we got the lantern from him already.
And Wolf is going to go check and see if we've got a vanilla Swamp Small, and that is not the case.
Oh, and Andy just learned of the book and is not going to be happy.
So Wolf has Ether Tablet, and I have no idea what else left.
We need to
Like-
confirm those connectors. That's what. And Silnodia, Wolf checked what was on the pedestal. It was a small key to Turtle Rock.
Meanwhile, while Wolf is searching for that Swamp Small, Andy is catching up, and at this point, it could take just one check, one single check on Andy's side to be the difference maker.
That was the race game connector. Wolf unknowingly rightfully ignores it because that takes us to Desert, but Wolf kind of forgot that there are still other connectors that we haven't gone through yet, so technically a gamble that shouldn't have been made. Wait, where did the end of Spiral Cave take us again? I don't have that marked on my map.
Don't remember. Oh,
GT, right.
This is a good, this is a convenient spot for Wolf. Now can check the Ether Tablet.
Alright, will we get progression here?
Oh! Small swamp!
That means Back of Old Man would have eventually led. Oh gosh. Were they intending for Swamp the desert one to be in Swamp? Is that what they were thinking? Either that or the Old Man back of the connector. I don't know. I mean, either way, this is a wonderful find because at basically 221, we're in go mode.
And we've got a couple of winners guessing where that Swamp Small was. Mr. Bus Driver and Sireni guessing correctly that the Swamp Small was on Ether Tablet.
So, Bomb Squid, the back of the Old Man in the mountain, that is one connector we haven't gone through yet. That's what I'm referring to.
And Andy is on the second phase of Trinex. Gonna go ahead and kill the snake. He may go ahead and check Ether Tablet shortly after this.
Alright, Wulfy is about to take on Argus. Tempered sword in hand. This should be a decent fight.
And yep, here comes Andy Swamp Small. Andy going straight for the Ether Tablet.
And this is going to be a close enough race to where execution on Ganon may come into play. A Ganon fall on Wulfy's end can put Andy ahead.
Yeah, that could be a scenario, but it may take a couple times since Ganon is right here, and Wulfy is starting Ganon's basically as Andy's starting Swamp.
Which reminds me, what are Ganon's words of wisdom today? My minions failed to guard all these items? Why am I surrounded by such incompetent fools? That's not exactly words of wisdom, that's words of rage.
And Wulfy getting that 1-and-1 using the dash strats. Already into phase 3. Wolf armed with silvers. And the Bacon Sword is definitely going to have a much easier time with Ganon. And we are on phase 4. 4 silver arrows to go.
No torch glitch, but we don't need to stress about it as long as we are careful. Oh, nice use of the delayed timing. Wolf has defeated Ganon and just has to cross the Bridge of Destiny.
And get those GGs in chat for Wolf. Our first place finisher with a official SRL time of 2 hours, 25 minutes, and 34 seconds.
And with that, Wolf has ended the domination of Dr. Wily and will go up against the 26 seed GFE.
Meanwhile, Andy using quick strats on Argus to take down that octopus. He's an octopus, right?
Octopus or a squid, I couldn't tell ya.
And all Andy's got to do after this is dash across town real quick and go kill a Ganon on the other side of town.
So, for Raimi, the Swamp Palace Small Key was found on Ether Tablet, which was effectively the last location our runners had.
Yeah, and with this, Andy is still in the tournament. Will be going down to the lower bracket, and will be facing off against Illis.
And both of those upcoming matches are certainly exciting. Alright, I think Wulfy is just about ready to join us in the booth here.
Andy getting a double. And one more. Down goes Ganon for Andy.
As Wulfy joins us here in the booth, GG. That was a close one.
Wow, that was a bit worrying when the swamp smell key kept failing to show up.
Yeah, we were struggling to put it together, and then if we didn't find it at Ether Tablet, which was the last location, we were trying to think, okay, what other item caves were there?
That was... Looking at my tracker, yeah, that was last location.
Then that meant you also forgot about back of Old Man, then.
What?
The mountain Old Man, the house, back of it. We never found what was at Turtle Rock Bridge.
Okay. Not sure what you're talking about.
When you choose the mountain cave save point, leave through the back.
That's on East Dark Death Mountain. The thing is, like, I found that cave like from the outside, and I just identified what it was, so I already knew that.
But then, really feels like we're missing something. I'll worry about that detail later. Alright, Andy is also waiting to hop in the booth. And here he is. GG, sir.
GG.
So, this was a close one throughout. It's just... what were your thoughts as the end was approaching there?
I don't know. I mean, it ended up being a pretty linear ending, so I figured it was going to be close. Couple mistakes here and there ended up costing me, but, you know, that's how it goes.
Yeah, I think both of you came close to hundoing this seed. This seed had you going all over the place.
Yeah, and my chat reminded me at the end that I skipped the chest and skull woods in the back, and I never did Sick Kid, which I completely forgot about both of them. So, I'm glad nothing ended up being there.
Actually, I just realized I don't think I ever found the desert small.
Same.
None of you did.
Because
Both
I
of you...
stole to get the sword, but there had to be some location left where that is in.
Best guess is that it was on in Swamp there.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Did you keep the sword when you stole it initially?
I hard reset it, and then later I found out desert was a pendant, so I went back for the sword.
Yeah. I found out I did ice right after safe scumming the sword, and then I think the desert map was in there, and I found out it was a pendant, so I just went and took it afterwards.
Yeah.
That early Ice Palace, like, it was... The seed expected you to do that, which I felt was very rude, by the way. It's just... Why would the game do that to you?
Yeah, I do tend to check the first chest if I can, and luckily it was the Moon Pearl, and I just pieced out. I don't know if there's anything really important in there that you had to go back for, other than the crystal.
No, there wasn't. I had 6 hearts and red mail at that point, so I wasn't really worried about dying in there, unless it was to failing bomb jumps without a sword over and over again.
Yeah. The seed was definitely generous, handing out red mail pretty early on. And that Moon Pearl, while it was kind of in a not so choice location, it really wasn't that bad being the first chest in there.
Overall seed was pretty fun. Mirror and flute at the same time pretty much was really nice. Left overworld cleanup really quick.
Oh yeah, I got the hint that the flute was in pod, and then the hint that the mirror was in pod. I really wanted to find pod at that point.
I didn't get a hint that mirror was in there, but I got flute and died and went to go save scum the big key chests and got mirror, and so I saved scum and just went straight back and got my mirror.
Yeah, the mirror hint was back of Skull Woods.
Yeah, the storyteller you chose to pass up on, but in this case it didn't matter. So, it's unfortunate that neither of you can stay in the winner's bracket. Only one of you can move on. Wulfy, that is you. Within the next week or two, you will be taking on GFE. How do you feel about that?
Looking forward to it.
And Andy, I know I saw you over here. You will be up against, I don't know if it's Elis or Eyeless. Thoughts on that?
I've been playing pretty well lately, so I feel like I have a good shot against anybody. All I wanted against Wulfy was a good shot, and I feel like I had one, so.
Any final thoughts from either of the two of you?
Good game. I was getting real worried when I climbed GT for nothing, but glad it worked out.
I was really hoping that the key in the thief drop down was the swamp small.
Yeah.
And I was like, please pay off.
Oh yeah, and then it was the small key of Misery Mire.
Yeah, towards the end, you had a lot of small keys that you just pulled out, and you're just, I could tell, you're just sitting there as the runner thinking, is this the one? And then it was not.
Yeah, good luck, Wulfy. I'll see you in the finals.
Yeah, good luck to you too.
Alright, that was a wonderful match. Please give both Wolf38, aka Wulfy83, and Andy, aka, Andy, a follow. Please don't forget about HXC Jetters for coming with me, along with Samimas and Twait8549 for tracking this. Now, we still have some, couple of announcements to take care of. I'll cover the first part right here. Please follow twitch.tv/Zelda Speedruns, along with Zelda Speedruns 2 and Zelda Speedruns _3. The next planned match for this Crossworld Keysanity tournament is Tuesday, 11 a.m. That is right, a.m. That, in other words, before lunch, aka when Europe is basically awake. Haiku Type versus Sonic AM. Or Sonic AM, depending on how you pronounce it. Also, at 4 p.m. Eastern, it'll be Hitsuyan 1337 versus Freddy. More matches will come in as they are being filled out. But, hold on, I have something else on my notes. Hang on, I can't read this. Cubs, can you hear me? I think I need you to clear up something.
What's up?
I have something in my notes, but it's a little bit illegible, so I don't know what the final announcement is.
Well, I don't know how much publicity this one's been getting, but hope we've all been enjoying the Cross Keys tournament here. It's one of the few major early Zelda tournaments we've had on Zelda Speedruns. But starting tomorrow, we have a Zelda 2 randomizer standard tournament that will be taking place over the next couple of months here on ZSR. So be on the lookout for plenty of those matches coming up. There's a 5-round Swiss kicking off this week that will be going on all week. 14, 15 matches. We're going to try and air as many as possible, so just keep an eye on that schedule. Should be interesting. God knows I never made it past level 2 on Zelda 2 as a kid, so I'm just looking forward to seeing the game beaten for once.
There you go. Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, randomizer. Plenty of matches to watch out for, so stay tuned for that. That should be on the schedule by now, I believe.
They just released the first round pairings tonight. I don't believe anything's actually been scheduled yet. That said, if you are interested in tracking or commentating for the Z2R tourney, I just linking the Discord for the tournament Discord in chat right now. Let me do that again. Actually, make sure people know what it is, and we're gonna handle the tracking and commentary signups out of that Discord. So feel free to sign up if you'd like to be involved. That's it for me. Wolfman, go ahead and take us out.
Well, I guess this stream is game over. Return of Ganon. Whoa! Okay, that was.
God, I've seen that screen one too many times in my day.
For everyone here, this is Wolfman 2000. Have a good night, and watch out for Wizrobes and Moldorms and everything else. Later.
Farewell, all.
I mean,